Welcome to the Raids 2 preview video. I'm going to be showing you some awesome footage from the game and some other things as well. To get a more in-depth look at the game, check out my article about it on game scanning, the link is in the bio. The gameplay that you're about to see is provided by Bethesda. In 2011, Bethesda came out with a brand new IP titled Raids. It was developed by id Software. It was an open-world adventure game set in the post-apocalyptic world. At first glance, you probably thought it looked bland and not that exciting. Fast forward to 2019 where id Software partnered with Avalanche to bring you Raids 2. I was able to get hands-on with Raids 2 last week to see how it has improved since the original from 8 years ago.
Grind some metal in the racing circuit. Become a champ. Should be a breeze.
You play as a character named Walker, who is a lefty by the way, and you can decide whether you want Walker to be a male or female at the very beginning of the game. You are now in a post-apocalyptic world where you have the basic necessities to survive and go on with your day. The authority from the first Raids is back and is taking on your hometown. You along with 3 other secondary characters work together in order to take down the authority with something called the Dagger Project. To find a mission, whether it is story-based or a side quest, you can pause the game and look at your map and see a bunch of different icons appear in what seems to be a pretty big land. When I asked studio director Tim Willits about the size of the map, he mentioned that it wasn't their goal to create a big map, but they were focused on making it dense with a lot of activities and side missions to play. If you're like me and did not play the first Raids, no need to worry. Raids 2 is set up to be a standalone game. It does have some ties to the first one, including recurring characters, the authority, and the wasteland itself, but you won't feel lost in a new game. Killing enemies using a combo of guns and abilities was awesome, and it never got old. Here are some of those abilities. This one's called Shatter, which is basically using the Force to destroy any enemies in front of you. Be careful though, because there is about a 20-second refresh before you can use these abilities again. After you went on a nice killing spree using your guns, grenades, and abilities, your overdrive meter will fill up. When you unleash your overdrive, you get full health and your weapons do extra damage. You should definitely save that for when you are surrounded by a good amount of enemies, or one enormous one, because it helps out a lot. The nanotrites are the core of the progression system in Raids 2. Throughout the map, you will see arc centers. If you are able to complete them, it rewards you with loot and project points. Those project points allow you to upgrade your group stats on the project tree.
It might still have weapons and gear inside. You should really check it out.
The game is a lot of fun to play. The part of the game I played was about 25% into the game. I had to get into a club owned by Clegg Clayton, a rich, celebrity-loving egomaniac. Why does that sound so
My latest golden goose. You stick with me, and the sky's the limit. You want to make it big? You want to be a star? Well, old Uncle Cleggy Clayton's got your ticket to the top!
I won't let you down.
What's that?
I want to make it big.
There's no goddamn doubt. Everybody's got a purpose on this rock, and yours just happens to be being the goddamn best! So,
In order to get into the club, I had to be famous. In order to become famous, I had to go on 2 TV shows. The first one was to test how good I am at killing enemies. In the next show, I had to win a car race. Driving around the wasteland was a lot of fun and it felt pretty good. Whether I am taking down enemy camps or just driving around, you will always find something to do. The characters have a cartoony look to them and varied personalities. You can tell that this game is a lot of fun just by talking to the NPCs and reading signs that say something like, "Don't clap back, if you basic, you basic." The environment in this game is something you want to take in. There are different biomes throughout the map. Think of the Disney movie Zootopia in terms of the different biomes. There are ammo and health crates scattered around the map that will always come in handy. I walked up to a box to see what it was, and on the screen it said, "just a box," so you know I had to pick that up. This is a really fun game. This is if Sunset Overdrive had a crazier and edgier cousin that loved the color pink. The open world of the Wasteland is full of entertaining people and a lot of missions to do besides the main story. During the Q&A with Willits, the topic of DLC was discussed, and he basically said that there is going to be DLC, but that DLC will be created based on what the players seem to be enjoying. There will be free and paid DLC. They didn't elaborate on it since they are still figuring it out, along with if they are going to include microtransactions in the finished product. If you are an owner of the Xbox One X or PS4 Pro, you will be playing the game at 60 FPS, but not at 4K. Before I even asked if it was coming to Nintendo Switch, Willits led off the Q&A session by saying they are still investigating it. While they were able to put Doom and the upcoming Doom Eternal on Switch, I have a good feeling this will arrive on Switch too. Rage 2 arrives on PC, Xbox One, and PS4 on May 14th. If you want to see an interview with the great people behind Rage 2, click the link on the screen now. If you like this video and want to see more like it, share the video, leave comments, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.